Hello lurkers, and hello all you archaeologists. I'm the John Struct, and I'm about to begin a return to Monkey Island adventure. This is the 6th and newest Monkey Island. I think it got announced like 6 months ago, or something like that. And it came out like 2 months ago, or something like that. I'm apparently not great at remembering the exact dates of things, but when it came out, I used it as an excuse to play through all the old Monkey Islands. So if I click backwards, this is the screen we start on, of course. When this game came out, I actually did record 1 hour, but I've actually lost the footage. So we're gonna start it again. Like, I wasn't very far in the game, to be honest, because when I was replaying for all the games, I was only on Monkey Island 4, and Monkey Island 4 was a little bit of a slog. But anyway, let's go through all the Monkey Islands by going through the scrapbook.
Hey, want to see my Mighty Pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
So I didn't play Monkey Island 1 when it came out, or I played Monkey Island 2 first, and I would have been like 14. It would have been after it came out, but like, I'm not sure how we had it, but Monkey Island 2 was my introduction into the series. I played Monkey Island 1 when I could emulate it, basically, when I was about 20. And of course, when they remastered it, I replayed Monkey Island 1.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Mighty Pirate.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
So yeah, obviously, I've literally just replayed through all of them. Because it turns out I'd never played them on stream before.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate.
So he gets a t-shirt that says like, I found the treasure of Melee Island, and all I got was a stupid t-shirt.
Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility.
So this game, like many things in this series, gets like reimagined again and again and again, and sort of it peaks, I would say, in Monkey Island 3, where it becomes a rhyming sword fighting, and then Monkey Island 4 sort of kills it by going, look, there's insult darts, now there's insult, every sport is insult, so, it's so popular, and like the main gimmick of the game is insults, and it's like, oh, you're leaning too hard into it.
This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She
So
was governor at the time.
there's a scene where they immediately fall in love. It's where we get, I keep thinking it's Smuggle Bunny, but it's actually something else. But they've got a series of nicknames for each other, and they immediately fall in love. And I will say, it's funnier in 8-bit graphics than it is in the reimagined with the voice acting. It's a bit cringy, but like in like original 8-bit graphics, it's really funny.
The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy.
Crown and Poodles.
The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters.
And there was some guy, I needed to ask him about Loom. Oh, Loom would be a good game to play. That's a great idea.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials.
Says the ghost pirate LeChuck.
LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
So they say it in, was it Monkey Island 2, has, like a voice diary, and in the original Monkey Island, his colourful suit doesn't move when the rest of him does, and the reason they do that is because it's a really complex checkered pattern, and it's easier to just have it be static and him moving. But in the future games, they kept up the gimmick, and so when they went 3D, it became the hardest thing to animate rather than the easiest thing.
My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a... Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map.
So I think this place looks really cool, and even the original graphics.
There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists.
Yeah, the vegetarian cannibals, or was that Monkey Island 3? It's Lemonhead.
On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface.
So one of my complaints about the series is they lean into the voodoo a bit too much. And like in the first game, it's you get a shrunken head that you follow the directions and it gets you to the ship. You have a spell which teleports the ship to Monkey Island, and you have the root beer, which is a common thing.
The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other.
Yeah, it was the ship we went there was with Herman Toothrot, because you see his dead crewmate there as well. They retcon this later, and I'm curious if they're going to retcon some of the things that happened in the series, because what I wasn't expecting was them to recap the entire series like this.
We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
So it clearly cares a lot about the first Monkey Island.
I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought.
It's ghost form.
It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical.
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
days, ever since I was a kid,
5 pages.
Monkey, we wound. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Is Voodoo Lady in the first game? I've completely forgotten if she's in the first game.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times.
So I believe Voodoo Lady's in all the games.
I met my good friend Wally. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once.
Yeah, that becomes like a reoccurring puzzle where you get a recipe at the start of the game and you have to repeat it at the end of the game with substitute materials. LeChuck's in all the games, Guybrush is in all the games, Marley's in all the games, Voodoo Lady's in all the games, Wally's in a few of them, but he's not in 4 or 5.
Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
This is a great scene. I'm glad they took this still.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue.
So, oh, sorry.
Hey,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this gets 1 page.
I went to find the treasure of the map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
So this, okay, I mentioned this at the end of Monkey Island 5. Curse of Monkey Island is kind of like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, in that you could make an argument that it's the best one, but it also causes all the following programs to be worse because it broke away from so much. So all the sort of Disney stuff, the leaning way more into the voodoo, like, I don't know, it feels like all the stuff that I'm not as keen on is in the third one, but I love the third one. But like the third one at the end has LeChuck say, "Oh, you know those 4 pirates that you had to get the maps from?
Hey,
well, I killed all 4 of them." Like it starts the sort of
got turned into a statue.
Starts the
behind it, of course.
The vilification of LeChuck as this sort of world-ending thing, rather than just a personal enemy of Guybrush.
The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture.
So that's interesting. So I always thought it was just like an accident that LeChuck never really intended anyone to put that ring on. But the 6th game, and I guess the 5th one even, acknowledges that LeChuck did that on purpose, and I guess this does follow from that.
It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle.
Murray's another character. As soon as he's introduced, he's now in every single game they add. Everyone loves Murray.
I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got buried alive! Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering.
So that's interesting. Like, this gets an entire page dedicated to it.
This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. That's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
See, I would have assumed they'd sort of conveniently forget this one. This one, like, says, oh yeah, you know what? Herman Truthrott's actually Grandpa Marley, and like, no, because the first game explicitly makes it so that can't be true. But
everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time.
yeah, because it says, oh, that monkey head is actually a giant monkey mech. It's all very silly. I like quite a lot of the puzzles in this game as well, but like, nobody likes monkey combat.
I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it.
I did that the first time around. I forgot to actually do that during the stream because I just knew it wasn't important.
LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time.
Same thing.
Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean.
So I like that they actually used the same art there, probably because it's the same artist. I think I misjudged it. I only played the first Tale of Monkey Island, and I wasn't impressed, and I never played it anymore. I recently played through them all, and I like it a lot more than I thought I would. Obviously, it ends with a cliffhanger, like Monkey Island 2 does, and obviously that cliffhanger never gets addressed because they never made any more Monkey Islands until this game.
I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy.
Yeah, it got his hand cut off.
The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does.
And I don't think killing off Guybrush was clever because he got to be a zombie like LeChuck is normally, and LeChuck gets to be human, and yeah, it all made sense.
I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course.
See, I'm curious if it'll keep anyone from Tails, like Morgan Le Fay.
Oh, I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg.
Sorry.
Then there was the time I. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure.
See, this is what I thought. I thought, is this set directly after? Because we'll speak after the first scene, but like, because it's supposed to be a continuation of the second one, so I'm really curious that it actually tells us about the rest.
I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
There we go. So let us begin. So obviously one of the most famous things that happens in Monkey Island is the infuriating last scene of Monkey Island 2, the weird ass twist. And of course, like, I'm now late to the party, but this, we'll play on hard mode obviously. We're about to see that scene here, and it's going to be explained.
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
No fooling. Right, so we get a little bit of control. And yeah, obviously,
It's got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
this is the last scene, but we don't know who these two kids are yet.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
There's Bat. He's having the time of his life. And there's Chucky.
What should we do next?
We gotta get scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Chucky has good ideas.
Exhibit removed. Aww. Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs.
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
Let's have a look in our bags.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
My God. Jeez. By Scurvy Dogs, find outhouse key.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Smells like grog. Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
Sounds real. They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else. How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8. That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is. How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
Oh, very expensive.
Did
Chucky.
you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
What should we do next?
We gotta get the scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Looks like they need a swabby in here. I'll never be the ship's swabby. That is really, really low.
Guessing that's what Guy Peps is going to be.
Right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
How? He didn't bring it back.
That's where the outhouse key was. It unlocks the outhouse.
So it's a simpler system. You've got only 2 buttons, so we'll see how it works. It seems like you can do less clever stuff because of it. Like, gone are the days of the scum system.
Good, you unlocked it.
But like the medallion from 3 was really clever. A bit too clever sometimes.
Ugh, what is this stuff? It smells the same as the toilet.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Think about
I thought
that.
it was a piece of 8 at first. It looks just like a piece of 8. A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
I like how, like, yeah.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. looks like a piece of 8 if you don't see very well. Hey, look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal?
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
I mean, thin glasses are thicker than a layer of grease.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Yay!
Take 'em, boy.
This game's a bit gross, though.
What? Just kidding. Here's yours.
You get the one with the fly.
I'm having these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Tie up, Chucky.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Find out real parents must run and explore.
Yum!
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner.
Oh, I have more stuff to do.
Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Did you call me? Anchor, race, duck, source, sword fighting, clover, wishing well.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think you can still find the old kind around on a modern anchor, if that's to prevent what's called plummeting. The little flanges at the tips are most anchors these days are made of iron. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get all kinds of people, but the only way they could the word anchor, they're called that because, yeah, I'm kind of...
So I skipped through because the game wanted me to, obviously. I can go back as well.
Hey, Chucky, want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Shoot!
I've got to beat Chucky.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
I wonder where this path goes.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, you fucking cheater.
Chucky wins!
Yeah, because he cheated.
Woohoo! Yeah!
Not
two scurvy dogs at the same...
You up for another race?
You're on!
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
You up for another race?
You're on!
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Shoot!
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
I bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance. We go way back.
I bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance.
You up for another race?
You're on!
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
He's actually faster than me as well. Right.
Woohoo!
There's probably a way to beat him.
Nuts!
Did you know your feet won't smell?
Hey, hands off.
Excuse me,
Yes?
could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days. You have no regard for personal property.
Gotta run!
How rude.
Gross.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross. I stole it from that couple. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dogs.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if. I've
Yay.
got one.
Awesome!
There was still one left. Darn.
I never thought I'd ever find one.
Where's the wishing well?
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win!
I win.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here.
No way. I want to see two scurvy dogs at the same time.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
I'm not sure how to do the rest. I think you can, though.
I should find a coin to throw in.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
What you looking at?
Those kids jumping rope down there, they're doing it wrong.
I wonder where this path goes.
Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well.
Wish I had more money.
I wish Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa! Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
I'm gonna continue onwards. There he is.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got Scurvy dogs!
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story. But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
Yeah.
You never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
But LeChuck was a jar of goo last time we checked. This might be before that, though. This is cool. So I'll unmute myself. Lovely. So I don't know how much of this I played last time, but I'll try and... We had the conversation with the free peoples.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling.
Yeah.
Sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, freebooting mostly, swashbuckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
It's a mini lookout.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hi there, little guy.
Hi.
Ooh.
My business right now is down those stairs with 3 pirate leaders and the...
Oh, damn it.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's tough on toughness.
She was the swordmaster. So we'll ignore the ghost crew for the time being, because this is what I would have done before. So I've had this, and then it's all new from then on.
Some things never change. The Scum Bar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes.
I mean, it was briefly a different part when an Australian took over.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Get money. What's cash for expedition? Find secret of Monkey Island.
I've got a few coins for incidentals. The pen is mightier than the sword. This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
The trusty horse arm.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition. In the back.
What's this? Oh no, it's new people.
I really need to talk with the pirate leaders first. Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
Where are the 3 older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Just a humble pirate, unworthy to be in your august presence.
And yet, here you are.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a prize of incredible cultural value.
Culture? You mean like a cheese or something?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
Oh no, the world's moved on.
Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Okay, what's get off. Oh no, I need to find a ship. There's one right there.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Really?
Well, it's been a while, but I could probably still do 10 minutes on a good day.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh.
I mean, he does have a resume.
Sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
We've done 5 separate adventures. Well, 9 if you count Tails as 5 separate ones.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Peachy.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Still in public service. Fighting scurvy now.
My place is clean. Our health certificates are up to date.
No, it's not like that. She's got a foundation. They're trying to promote limes as a preventative.
Oh, well, tell her I say hello.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey! Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm thinking I'll steal one.
As far as I know, the only ship out there is LeChuck's.
Even better. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Like that there's an extra star hanging on top.
Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Active little guys, aren't they? Well, it's definitely a mop. Will you advance me the down payment on a ship if I help you clean up?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
What?
Clearly, there's a lot you don't know about mops.
Honestly, I think I prefer to keep it that way. It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars. The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Pleasantly scorching hot. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
Oh.
I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
There we go, we have some string.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
We've achieved something. Okay, so this is new. The ship.
How clever. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? Short a swabby. LeChuck's an
I knew it was going to be a swabby.
opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
No thanks. I'm getting my own expedition together.
Suit yourself. I'm here if you change your mind. But don't dawdle. We sail with the tide.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship.
Okay, we'll come back here.
Elaine?
Guybrush!
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
So, I can't escape that they both sound slightly older, which obviously can't be helped. And let's switch side as well. Means my hat's going to be in there. So I stopped covering up the writing. Yeah, it can't be helped, and obviously I'm not saying anything bad about it, but like it is a thing I noticed. But I know it's the theme of the game anyway, so like.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you?
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
Yeah, I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding it harder than I thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for my expedition.
Why don't you ask around at the docks? I'm sure you can find something.
Thanks. I'll try that. I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
Bye.
Bye.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santo Domingo. It doesn't look finished.
No, it doesn't.
It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. They're having a half-off sale.
Where's the men of low moral fiber?
The International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
I'm going...
I know of your desire to find the secret of Monkey Island. Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much.
What happened to your evil plans?
The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
Really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge. Now you must go. I have a luncheon, and your destiny lies at the docks.
It does?
Most assuredly.
It's hopeless.
I'll get my own ship and crew. Need another hint. Okay. I didn't really need the hints. I wanted to see what they look like. Wally!
At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle. The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce Midnight... This place has kind of gone downhill. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. Oh yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. If any clock were the exception to that rule, it would be this one. Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door. Things are not what they seem. All keys are gold. It's the way of keys. No one ever works together. All want their own prize. When they get close to finding it, suddenly they are gone.
The note.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Oh, he was the guy who the old man, that's how you find the Swordmaster.
The note says, forced to close. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
Go in there and see the ending of... Why does he look like Stan? See the ending of Monkey Island.
Seems to be stuck closed.